Hi, this is Dave in Seattle doing another guitar review. This is a guitar that I bought about 3 years ago from Japan. It's an Aria Pro 2. It's like an LS 400, 450, 500 from like 77 to 81, late 70s, early 80s. Leopard model, which I believe were a little bit better than their standard. It's essentially, it's an Aria Pro standard. It's their take on a Les Paul standard. Has a headstock that's very reminiscent of Gibson. Has replaced Spurzl tuners on it. Don't know if that back is a 2 or 3 piece back. I can't really tell. It's hard to tell in this lighting. Sorry, I'm not a pro. I don't have professional lighting or anything. So it rings behind the neck nut a little bit, so I got a little bit of stuff on there to keep it from ringing. Anyhow, yeah, acrylic inlays. It's been refretted. It was refretted before I got it, and when I bought it on eBay. These things are like railroad ties. I mean, they're really tall, fairly thin, but really effective if you're a shredder. Which the guy I sold it to, my friend Abel Ames, he is a shredder. That guy. If you live in the Seattle area or happen to hear of him, Abel Ames, he's a great guitar player. He had a lower action on this thing, and he could shred on this. This was his backup for a couple of years. He got himself a nice Gibson, and I got this back and made it more the way I wanted to play. Yeah. Had some work done by a guy named Chris Lamba, and he's done some work on some other stuff of mine. On my Greco EG800, and guy did a fabulous job on the frets on this. Just on, making them playable. This has a violin finish on it. It originally came with wood-colored pickup rings, and it didn't look the best. Changed those out. Got cream-colored ones. They kind of somewhere between cream and white. I like the violin finish. I didn't initially think that much of it. It was like, okay, that's okay. Now I love it, especially with the new poker chip and the selector ring on there. Added bonus. Well, it's pancake body, as you can maybe see. You might be able to make that out. New pickup ring raises the pickup about 1/8 of an inch. The pickups on this were a little quiet before. They always sounded good, but they're a little quiet. Well, that made a big difference. Strings are still not too close to the pickup to get wolf tones, but it gets good output. Pickup in this. Did not know this when I ordered it on eBay. It is a JB, but it is a JB-L, wound by Lydia Daniels, from the 80s. It's either an early to late 80s JB, and this is an early to late 80s Duncan 59. So both Duncan, obviously. I love JBs. I did not know this had a JB on it. It wasn't advertised as having a JB. It just was advertised as a Aria Pro, or if I'm pronouncing that wrong, sorry. It was an Aria Pro 2. And yeah, this guitar, I had bought another one that was red. It was similar. It was their take on a standard as well. Wasn't a Leopard model. It kind of soured me on this. I didn't want either of them initially because I had bought a couple other things I had a nice Tokai at the time, which I've made videos with. Love that, and another buddy of mine, John, has that now. So, I didn't initially take to the guitar that much, but, the neck is beautiful. It's thin. The thing I always missed about this when I sold it to Abel is the neck on this is beautiful. It's not too thin, but it's a nice 60s carve on it, and it just got moderate crunch on here. Yeah, the neck is beautiful. The pickups sound great. Wiring's great. I mean, you know, I can use the volume knobs and it doesn't get muddy. So I haven't opened that up to see what kind of pots are in it. Not that big of a tech geek as far as, I'm sorry for anybody who's into the tech side of things. I'm not really that guy. I like good pickups and I know when they sound good, you know, and I like the JBs. So anyway, yeah, I'm loving this guitar. I say that with just about every guitar, but I wouldn't review a guitar if I didn't love it. So I'm not a great guitar player. Again, as I've stated before, I'm more of a rhythm guitar player that has some lead ability. It's okay. There's plenty of other guys who are out there can shred. I'm about serving the song, coming up with good parts and cool sounds for them. Anyway, I'm running through an AC Tone, which is basically a box simulator. I like it. I'll show my rig setup sometime in the near future, at least what I'm using right now. I'll just give you some sound examples, and yeah, so that's neck pickup. Okay, give you a little more crunch. Kind of play the same thing in all the videos, sorry. Give it a little more crunch. This is going through, that was a Tube Screamer. What was a Behringer Tube Screamer. Now I'm going to go through a Boss SD1. Here. Running through a Bugera V22. Not the greatest amp, but it's not bad either. It sounds really good through my Harley Benton 212 cap. So. Okay, that's about 8 minutes of me making noise on here. Yeah. Anyway, these are great guitars. They're going for, during the pandemic, the price on them crept up a little bit. But they're going, you can get one of these for, right now, it's early 2025. You can get these on eBay for ballpark about, after tax and shipping, about, in the US, about $650. Sometimes they're a little bit more expensive, like $700, but you can get them. I've seen them, like this one initially I got for $585, so you can get them for a decent price. The quality on this, it's Motsumoku. Quality on this, not quite Greco, or not quite as good as my Orbals, but better than a lot of the Japanese made Epiphones that I've played. It's better than, it's definitely better than a Chinese Epiphone, and that's not just my opinion, that's fact. Yeah, not as good as a really good, well-made Bernie or Orville or Tokai or Greco, but better than some of those lesser ones from those, lesser made guitars from those. So really, actually, I mean, Arias are their own thing. They really are. They're their own thing. And this is actually a really solid guitar. With the pickups in it, they're in it. Yeah, I'm really loving it. And yeah, if you get yourself a chance to try one out, keep in mind that it may have been, I'm noticing that these kind of get hammered on a little bit, but it may have been harshed on a little bit, but these are really good guitars. Don't buy them all, because I got a couple more I got to buy, okay? Anyway, yeah, so there. I'll do like one full-on shred. Okay, so it's not full-on shred. Great guitars. Get one if you can. Thanks. Anyway, have a good day. This is early 2025. I hope the rest of the year goes well for you as well. Cheers. Bye.